right, so we are here in Keepa, and I like to go on the data portion of it, and then click on this part, and then it'll bring up Keepa behind. And so I like to click on no sales rank, and then Amazon is out of stock. And then I like putting the buy box between 80 and 125. Now you can make this range a lot bigger or a lot smaller, or whether you want to put it in your own price range, that's fine. But I like to keep it a small distance because I don't like looking at results that are a ton. And so I get very overwhelmed if I have like 5,000 products. So I like to keep it kind of small. Sometimes I'll even go from like $80 to $90 and kind of keep it really small. And then like as I go through each one and I've kind of filtered out, then I'll maybe change it and go from there. But that's really kind of what I do. And I put for out of stock on Amazon. And I just kind of scroll down and I don't put any of this in there. I don't really need to. I don't even put the eBay in here. Because sometimes the information is good and sometimes it's not, but it's just something that I like to filter on my own. Let's do categories. I do enjoy electronics, so maybe that's what we'll go into. We'll go into electronics just because that's the category I like. And we're already at 219,000. So let's kind of cut this down. So this is kind of the new offer counts. This is kind of where you want to put your information, because if there are no sellers on the product, then it's not selling. But if there are sellers on the product, then they're selling. So I like to do from 4 sellers. I like 4 sellers because that knocks down, the private label sellers, and then the brand on the label or the brand on the item. I see a lot of times where the brand is FBA and they're FBM, and they have an additional listing as FBM sometimes, so they'll have multiple listings under FBM. So I like doing 4. That's a good solid number. It weeds those private labels out or the brands. You can I like to go to 12. That kind of indicates, it sells a lot, but there's also 6,000. So maybe we'll do 8. It still drops it down to 5,000. That's still a lot. But, we can kind of weed them out as we go. Because it is a lot, let's just go back up to the list price or the buy box. Let's just do 80 to 100. Let's see where that drops us down to. 2,000. I mean, that's fine. And that's all that I put. I don't put anything else. You could even change the category if you want. You can even include or exclude certain categories. I personally don't. And I also don't use used offers or refurbished or anything like that. Sometimes I'll check, the third party, but if Amazon's not on the listing, chances are the buy box is FBA. Yes. That even brought it down to 56. So let's just take a look at the 56 products that we pulled through. Alrighty, and so I like looking at this subcategory right here. The lower the subcategory is, the better. So let's just take a look at each item and kind of go from there. So I like to click on this. All right, and I like looking at the middle column. That is where you'll be able to determine if a product is selling. See, this yellow bar says this item is selling 50 times a month, and then it stops tracking. But as you can see, it's still dropping here, and then right here it drops, right here it drops. So that to me indicates that there was a sale. And sometimes I'll go to the year and see, yep, it is still, this item is selling consistently. We could even do just the month of May. It's sold about, I would say, 1, 2, 3 times. So let's just open this up in its own tab and kind of look at it more in a better view. I personally don't like looking at just this. I like bringing up the Amazon page and really looking into it, like bringing up Seller Amp and just really kind of deciding like what this product is looking like. This little tripod, the DJI store, And let's see. The sellers will load right here. So let's see. It looks, I mean, it's pretty good. I would probably, if I was able to find this, the private label and the IP kind of concerns. But as you can see, it's unknown because there's no sales rank in this top one. Like, it's just not tracking. But because this middle box is indicating it does sell, and the new offers do go up from 4 to 3 to 4, back down to 3 again. And so let's see. Let's look at there are other sellers on this listing: ZG Tech, Quan Horse, and Miwei. So this is something I would definitely look into. I'm probably going to pass today because it's not selling enough for me. Okay, so we'll go on to the next one and we'll just click on it. And as you can see, there's only one drop in the past 3 months. So I like to look at the year and see what's the year looking like. Is it maybe selling more in July than it is right now? But this one, I would say it's sold 1, 2, 3, 4 times since November. There is no data right here, and that to me is kind of concerning because we don't really know. And so because it's only sold 4 times since November, I will guarantee that it's probably been really slow since then as well. So again, I will pass on this, and this buy box is kind of coming in and out, which is fine too. But I don't like slow sellers. I like slow sellers, but not this slow. So I will pass on this one as well. And then look at this one. I like the buy box on this one where it's going up and down a lot. And this says it's selling over 1,000 times a month. Let's look at this one. This one looks like it could be a good one. Open a new tab. It's a projector. And again, it's unknown sales rank. So most people at this time would move along, but not us. Nope, we're going to look into it more and see if maybe this does sell. And I think it does sell quite often. I feel like this is just flying off the shelf in my opinion. And there are 4 sellers on here. Good morning. None of them are the brand. What's the brand again? Nisso. And it sells consistently at that $89.99 mark. So I think that this would be a great buy. If we are able to purchase this, like this really just sells consistently. Because in the video projectors, it is 11 rank. So, you know, it can be rank 1,000 or 100,000, but this, because it's 11 rank in the video projectors, it's pretty good. So this is for $89.99. It is concerning that this person has 464 items. Let's look at the buy box statistics. So he's only getting it 30%. And so, let's see here. So let's say we price this at $85, which is, where this customer's at. So, or this seller. Let's do $85.87, just undercut them. So then we would go over up here, search eBay, and let's see if we could find it for $49. I don't think we could, but let's just give it a go. Oh, there's one right here, but it is pre-owned. This is brand new, but I wouldn't trust that. New, but it's at $18. Let's look at the model number. And if I can't find the model number in the title, I just click model. Right, M10. M10. Let's take a look at this one. It is opened, so that's a pass. But let's just keep looking at the Keepa and see if we can find another one. I personally don't like that the middle, like right here, is gone. So I'm going to pass on that one. I'm not that big of a risk taker. Ooh, this is another good one. Where it's selling 50 sold, 100 sold. On video monitors, it's selling 27. So as you can see, this one also sells, but up here, there's no sales rank. So let's just take a look again on this one and see where, you know, all the other sellers are at, how many sellers there are. This is from the Atmos store. Again, unknown sales rank. There's sellers on here. This person has 187 killards. And I just go through just to make sure that the brand isn't on there, whether they're FBA or FBM. And let's see here. I mean, this is a great item because there was, you know, 6 new offers down to 5, back up to 7, and then 8, and then 7. So it is selling item. Sellers are selling out of it. And so we could sell it for $99. But Keller's is not sharing the buy box. And there's this person here at 99. So let's see the buy box statistics. It's at 98. Like, I personally don't want to jump on something that one person is dominating at 98%. If this was Amazon, I'd be like, definitely not. So I feel like it's the same where it's like this person's 98%. No FBM people are going in. Like in 90 days, FBM are getting the buy box a little bit, but not much. So because of that, I will pass. And let's go to the next one. Let's just do a couple more, and I hope that this is helpful. I hope that you guys will be able to find your own little category. Again, this one's selling since May. It sold 1, 2, 3, 4 times. But in April and March, it only sold like twice. For me, that's not fast enough. Yeah, see, since January, it sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. That's like once a month, a little bit. Not for me. It's too slow. But let's go ahead and do one more and see if what we can find. Oh yeah, this one's also just as bad. It's just declining. It had a sale right here in March, but then it just kind of going down. So yeah, this one's a little crazy. This one's a little weird. So I would stay away from this one for sure. But yeah, let's do one more. One more. Let's see if we can find a good one. And I'm just looking at the, you know, the Keepas to see maybe, like, if it's a straight line of the buy box, that doesn't interest me. I like seeing a little bit of movement. This one looks like a good one. Oh, but there's just not enough movement. So, again, only 2 drops. But I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys are able to, you know, find your own little category. If you want to go back and change some filters, you go back up here to advanced filters. Maybe you want to do a different category. There's so many categories. Let's see about home and kitchen. There's 2 products, but I put a really, really tight thing on that one. But let's see the 2 products. But there's, again, a ton of information, a ton of things that you can learn with Keepa. But yeah, drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.